Okay, so I was just informed. I was right. I knew it. Wait, I saw Execration post a Joe Burrow gif from yours. He's like,
who did he sub in for?
I don't know. That's gonna be a surprise. Carpe don't tell us. But yes, it's gonna. Apparently, X is playing. Because I saw the game day gift from him, and I knew it was coming. I knew he was playing. I knew it.
Well, look at the map, man. Let's see. We're going for this best of 3 between these two teams. What maps are we going to? We see the bans, of course, constantly being banned out. As always, TLD's banned out content for a 3rd time now. They definitely want to play the map.
Yeah, I guess it's a sign they don't want to play it. And given like meta right now, it's probably not that fun to play. Ace is probably very what's the word Kicks used? Imposing, I think. So that's probably not fun. Theme Park, of course, Ape played that last week against Beast Coast. And of course, that was a magical 1v5 map where Rudy and Beast Coast kind of took care of them. Basically led 5-1 throughout the game and closed it out at the end, forced map 3. And then, of course, Clubhouse we're going to be going to Clubhouse at Coastline, Oregon and Villa being banned, which, interestingly enough, was, the last time we saw these two teams. Those were the 2 maps being played. They're going to be the last 2 maps banned. Instead, we're going to have Cafe introduced into the pool, which is actually the first time Cafe has been played by both of these teams. If it gets there.
Yeah, hey, I'm hoping it does. Hoping it's best of 3 once more when we get to that map. But last time we remember these teams played each other at the very beginning. In 8-1, both maps was Villa and Oregon? Yeah, Villa and Oregon. So
yeah, it was those are some heart palpitating maps. You didn't see them. Villa and Oregon both, I think it was both 5-1 comebacks from Ape on both maps. But we're not going to be seeing those maps again. So Ape, you can't fall down 1-5 on these maps. Not on Coastline. It's going to be a lot harder. Those maps aren't spicy. The maps we're here at Clubhouse Coastline. Those aren't as you can't really rely on 5-1 half comebacks. But then again, I can't say that you can rely on being down 1-5 going into your Villa attacks and winning. That was
interesting because Oregon was more attacker side, which is interesting because Oregon. Yeah. But then Villa, of course, was the same as always. Villa was defender side. Oregon was attacker side. Villa was defender side, as always see. And they still came back in the Villa defense, which makes sense. But then the attacker side, both teams attacked, I guess, well, and they didn't defend very well in Oregon, which is odd. Well, not they did very well, but they were being adapted on very quickly by both teams. So just back and forth.
Yeah. So without any further ado, we're going into Clubhouse here. Again, they're going to be. Interestingly enough, this is a map TLD has, at least in the NALCL, they have not lost on screen. They may have lost it somewhere else. They may have lost it in scrims or something, but TLD has not lost this map in USCL. So they are going in. They're going to be attacking first. They're going to be watching Ape ban first. And, yeah, usually we see the Ace we see actually throughout this season. Most banned attacker, of course, is Thatcher.
Yeah, Ace gets banned out 80% of the time. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, Ace is second. He's 60% of the time. So we've got, there he is. Bump it up to 70% because he's gone yet again. Ace is definitely, I'm going to use the word imposing today. That's my word of the day today.
That's your word of the day. Not cataclysm, tragic.
Not cataclysmic. I'm going with imposing. And Maverick being gone as well is going to make things, honestly, a lot more old school. We're going to be seeing the classic Thermite Habana, which I love to see. I love to see some year 2, year 3.
That's just available too now too. So it's now you have the same old. Get rid of those new hard breachers that have changed up Clubhouse so much, and now we'll bring out some of those hard breachers and Thatcher available as well. So it should be pretty not too crazy for the attack. They should have a decent time to get these things open. Goyle taken out though. His Vulcan shields have been quite the showstopper for a lot of teams when it comes to making these pushes on the site because those Vulcan shields exploding is problematic.
Especially for TLD, because they seem to like banning Goyo. And, shockingly enough, Ape seems to like banning Maestro. So it's more of the same for these teams. They're not going to really be changing up their bans too much, and they're not going to be seeing anything too out of the ordinary in terms of bans. And that's what I like to see. Classic game here of Clubhouse with some Thatcher and Thermite. And we see a nostalgic view of Young on Thermite. It's beautiful stuff. Kilo going to be rocking that Habana. I don't know if it's Kilo going to rock the Reflex.
I'm interested to see. I'm interested to see call out on the mirror because you don't see mirror on CCTV and cache very often.
Yeah, definitely not. But it's also, you also don't see the buck too terribly often either, which I don't see. I don't think they're going to stick that. So it's going to be, of course, they can impact below, but you sometimes, kind of want to save your impacts for, I don't know, like bulletproof Malusi, which Yaga has been one of the most, I mean, in the limited sample size, of course, he's been one of the most tenacious Malusis we've ever seen. And Execration is making his debut. Like I said in the pregame, this man, he tweeted a game day gif, and I knew he was playing. They didn't announce it, but he tweeted the game day gif. He's replacing.
He helped him get through quals, man. So he's had his play time. He's done before. He's played with a team. It's not like he's not played a team before. So he should be bringing in some needed knowledge as well. Unfortunately, we couldn't see who is not playing today for them. It is unfortunately
Freak.
it is
Freak
oh,
is
Freak is unfortunately not playing. So right now we have Execration playing that Jaeger rather than Freak, who was playing the Jaeger pretty frequently in the last few games.
I mean, Freak was kind of hot and cold, quite literally at every meeting where he had him some pop-off moments, had some pop-off maps, but ultimately, I think like map 3 in Beast Coast, you just kind of use as cold as like a lasagna you left on the counter. So I guess they've decided to trial out Execration here. And I mean, I've played against X. X is old, but he's nasty. And
so seriously, because so we've seen before. Yeah, on this map usually, because of Omai, it makes taking Garage very difficult in the current meta, because Omai is very powerful. You know, having both Omai and Jaeger, you can deal with many projectiles on the board. So usually teams will forgo that Garage take and go for, you know, a split take. They'll take the balcony, of course, open the wall up, and then they'll go over to Master and take control of construction, open the wall up into cash. But now instead, they're making it so they're playing that cash, or not cash, they're playing that bedroom site and trying to deny them from taking that jacuzzi wall and pushing in.
It's basically an outright denial of that 2A pinch like you're talking about. So this is, I mean, you got the Hibana, but I imagine Ape has thought, you know, at least one step ahead and put a mute on that Mira. So this is probably not going to get Hibana too easily, though. As you can see, Khaled is very concerned about his hop in here from the master door, and there's actually no mute there. That's very curious. I mean, he's playing a C4 tonight. I mean, that's one C4, but unfortunately for him, Kilo has about 2 more pellets. I guess that's where the final battle is. I mean, impact tricking for the site we usually see, but Keel's just gonna challenge Call. You don't challenge the Minister of Mirrors. Call's gonna win that one easily, and Hibana's won't actually go off, and so the Thatcher's gonna walk right in. Spades just heads right in, and Execration gets his first kill of Challenge League in years. Doodle hopping through Gym, and TLD's just sending it, and they're actually winning the trades out somehow. Master clear taken care of, but Execration, I believe, no, he's dead actually. I thought he was still over there, so it's just melted Yaga here, and I don't know how that went in favor of TLD, but then again, it's like that's kind of the problem with extending like that. A lot of places,
they kind of want. It seems like they want to take the fights early. They wanted to make sure they cause them to, you know, maybe take some more time, take some. There's a shot from Yaga though. Great shot behind the mirror onto Butters. He'll start off round 2, equal out the manpower. So that's 2-2, but there's a lot of holes here. There's a lot of different angles for the attack to take here, but the mirrors are going to be in the way, at least for them pushing construction aside. But a drop from Doodle. He'll take a melted. A double kill for Doodle so far. Yaga's last one left, playing from red, trying to hold off the site from 2 different angles. But Young's jump to the window, go for that plant behind the server. So he's got to take the fight on balcony. Gotta look left, but the pre-fires don't work. Young gets the kill, but no, Young gets off the plant at the right time. He'll refrag Yaga in last. They have to take the first round on attack.
Young, Mr. Reliable. I always take Young on a 1v1. There's like 2 things that are certain in life. Like, or no, is it 3? Death, taxes, and Young winning a clutch.
Yeah, that
man never
crazy.
He hopped off the right moment and saved his team there. I mean, that's just it's like the problem with kind of playing that extended is just not enough. I mean, they were obviously Call It had help, like Execration was helping, and then of course the construction wall was open so that players from the site could help if they jumped in construction, and even that wasn't enough given. And then it's just TLD sent it. I mean, actually the reason that Thatcher kind of just walked up the hallway there, probably because the rest of his team was, hopping in elsewhere. So it was enough to distract the mirror, and ultimately flood of kills for TLD that led, boiled down to that 2v2. And Doodle just dunked on the man off the server plat and just absolutely murdered whoever that was in the server. So it's just really nice save from TLD. And Ape is going to be going to basement now. They're not going to try that one again. Not even going to try anything similar. No mirror, none of that nonsense. We're actually going to be seeing, you guessed it. Yes. What are we seeing right now? What are we witnessing?
Oh, we're looking for that same SSG roam as per always. No,
Space Station Gaming roam.
Space Station Gaming roam as you would expect.
Space Station Gaming R6 roam is going to be coming out yet again, and we're going to be seeing the mute Damazi, the cat. It's classic.
It's classic, yeah.
I mean, honestly, it's Castle's got the super shouty now, so I mean it doesn't change much. That's just very easy to set up still. So why not? Question is TLD going to actually run into it? I mean, TLD in the history, and I've seen them play this map, they really haven't had a lot of trouble with like dealing with it. They just kind of have a good idea of what they want to do on this map. It's very apparent. It looks like here they're already going for that cutoff there in the pool window. So if anyone's, you know, attempting to drop that gem hatch late, they might fall right into a warm, buttery hands. Mantequilla Young gonna take about 5 HP of damage from something. Not sure what hurt him there. Or
yeah,
no.
but it looks like they're actually using utility to, you know, take this fight. As Yaga's playing the red stairs, they're actually using utility, the breach charge. We talked about before, like the breaching, using your breaching abilities here causes an issue later on if you're trying to push site late, which is really the, you know, the key point of the roam is to waste time, waste utility, as you said before. And it looks like that's exactly what's happening. Most of the defenders on Ape have already left upstairs, so that utility's been wasted. Time not so much, but you still see all of it. You see one breach charge or one external charge already wasted by the side of Last Dance to even start this roam clear, which there's no point in the roam clear anymore, but they still gotta look around and make sure nobody's there anymore.
Yeah, especially when you're playing against Ape and Popo. There's some crazy stuff that can come out from these guys, but they're gonna actually be much, I mean, comparatively pretty disciplined. They're just going to kind of head back to site, right? They're gone. No one lurking, no one doing anything crazy. Nothing monkey-like. He was going to start sledging that floor, but Yaga's already prepped with C4 in hand. He's already ready to blow that one up. And honestly, given that that's usually soft because of how the reinforcements work and they don't have a Kate or anything, honestly, I'm not sure if they really established that goal of eliminating a lot of breach utility. There's still plenty of breach utility to work with for Last Dance actually here. So it's kind of up to whether Yaga's able to work a pick here on the sledge. Otherwise, it could get nasty. That kitchen hatch is very openable. Just not really any impacts to deny that one.
Yeah, it's surprising that they didn't bring impact tricking. They're just leaving Yaga to maybe destroy or deal with Habana, who is Kilo, here on that take. So it's kind of like it's a bit of a mixed take here. It's almost like they're letting him too much because they didn't go for the aggressive roam. They went for wasting time, but they didn't waste enough utility. They didn't get any kills. So now these things can be opened up. You see the hatch be open. There's no impact tricking. Yaga not going for the C4 either. So now they have that wall open or the hatch open. The question is, are they gonna take blue? Are they go through dirt? What's the next take here for TLD? Because they got to go through somewhere. It looks like Blue's next take. We see Butters walking on the stairs here in Blue. It's two angles, though. One person right behind the vent, one person off on the rotate into Arsenal. So this is a crossfire. Then there it is, though. One kill on Butters. There's no crossfire for the other person. No, there it is. Comes out the corner, gets the refrag. Execution has that down. But Fofo or Forrest inside of Dirt will get on Young. It's coming down to a 3v4. Spades is coming down main. He gets on melted. It's another kill for Spades again. Execution gets one kill, refrag and a call on Doodle. Call out gets Spades though. Kilo gets call out, and Execution finishes off on the Kilo. It became just a flurry of kills at the end there. They just take the site really rush.
Yeah, that was just a flurry of murder, death, and destruction. And then obviously a pinch from Dirt too, from Forrest, able to peek out of Dirt. I don't know if I want to say Last Dance didn't get Dirt. And if they did, it was quite literally at the last 0.2 seconds. Because last time I checked, Young had
I don't know if
Young had a charge. Young had a charge, and I don't think he ever actually got around opening Dirt. It could have been muted. It could have been, but then again, if it's muted, I'm pretty sure you can pop that off. You can shoot it. Usually,
hard to say. Like that kind of was the issue. Forrest was playing there, and he got a cheeky kill from Dirt. That would have been something they needed to push him out of.
Yeah, I don't think they had like the year one strategy where you had a shield and a mute there, and you couldn't get a Dirt. I mean, maybe they did. Maybe I didn't see it or something. But yeah, I mean, they just never actually got Dirt. I don't think they ever actually pushed it. So Forrest was able to farm some kills. He was able to get some smokes and key positions from Dirt, and ultimately it's kind of hard to get away with that drop if the player from Dirt is just at large. We actually saw Young do that before, back like stage 1 against Joe. He had one of his highlights he had his highlight, one of his highlights of USCL was just kind of sitting in Dirt and murdering Joe from that position. So TLD kind of falling victim to their own their own pill. So we're going to gym now, and call out, you're paying for that. Call out just remodeled the whole wall, which is, if you didn't know, if you shoot all the 4 panels, like 4 different, like a box, you can blow up the wall like that. It's ingenious, because I imagine he's going to put a mirror. You see where Fofo that smoke is reinforcing. There's going to be a mirror there, which will quite literally see that entire site, which is nasty until you realize that that is very nadeable from the logistics hatch, and it can get really claustrophobic in there when when things get down to it. It looks like Forrest is going to be playing that, actually going to be yeeting smoke from there. So that's a good little spot for smoke. But Butters is just in already. Butters has not wasted any time pushing in any of these matches, but it looks like he's going to get away with it because he's no, just kidding. Yaga said no. You're not going to get away with it. That almost got away with it. Butters, I mean, to be honest, Butters has gotten away with that a lot, just kind of pushing in off a drone, of course, but not this time, unfortunately. He's going to lose that opening duel to Yaga, the week 1 MVP, and looks like TLD is going to start with, honestly, pinching out server. Their whole squad is here.
Yeah, this is a full-on take of Cash and server right now. One person looks at this 4 on the balcony, 1 going on to maybe the rappel outside by garage, ready to hold off someone running out. But so far, the only person they got to deal with is, of course, the Yaga, who got the first kill, looking to get a second one here on red stairs. A lot of damage done to Doodle. He's going to back off, and they're going to figure out how they can play this out, because he has the cover of red stairs. They don't want to start rushing into a gunfight there. And there's one from Kilo. Kilo runs by. He does get in the server, but takes a lot of damage there. So now there's 2 angles from the walk-up. Yaga looks like he's trying to be careful someone's below him as well, though, but Doodle's actually below. He takes out Execration, who may have been trying to help him out below. Spades gets melted. Another kill for Yaga. Yaga got 2 for the round. He takes out Young, but Young is taken out by Doodle coming up the red stairs. And now it's down to a 3v2. Does that roam game really play out for them? As Spades got called 2 for the window. So now it's falling apart here for the side of Ape.
I mean, Ape did all that remodeling just to not even come down to that. TLD completely circumventing it. And now it's just Forrest like, what the heck happened? Where's my team? He's going to have to go for 1-for-1s here as Smoke and hope to win this back in his favor. Finding Spades, jumping out the window, no trade. So that's huge for Forrest. He's actually got a huge HP advantage, but Doodle, the hole is working against Forrest, unfortunately. The long angle all the way from logistics and the great drone work from Cole Phillips. And that is going to be a snipe on the Forrest. And honestly, could have been a save, but yeah, I mean, just almost insurmountable when you have all those holes opened up, when you have your team just that entire row get basically just out-traded across the map. It's tough for you, Smoke. It's tough. But that's going to be 2-1 for TLD. And honestly, I mean, they're showing that again, this is a map they have not lost, I don't think, ever. And it's for a reason. They're kind of, you saw that most people would see that mirror setup, and they start smacking windows and peeking around the windows and pushing Jacuzzi, which honestly is kind of not the play there. Got to push server and kind of flank that mirror setup. And that's just really good from TLD, honestly.
Yeah, TLD were really on that. They knew what they were going to do, how to circumvent these issues. Though it became quite a bloody fight, though. It almost came to a lot of just a 1v1 gunfights. But I love how at least you had Kilo run by, try to take different angles on Yaga, who was playing right stairs very willingly. He played that to the death, got kills off of it, worked his way through. And so it's surprising to see how well they did there, but unfortunately, they could not win that round out. But now we'll go back to CCTV and Cash, where last time this mirror setup was the bane for TLD. They could not deal with. They won that one in the end, but they really lost. They lost members trying to take out those mirrors in the end too.
Yeah, it's TLD definitely sent it, at least on the site last time. They kind of sent it through the windows, and you saw Spades crab through the main hall after Kilo was taken out on that Hibana, and it shows TLD has the ability to demonstrate a lot of resourcefulness, especially against mirror strats. You kind of have to not play into them, just kind of be aggressive. And honestly, it's what this whole TLD roster is kind of specialized in, at least at the time being. But it's just gonna probably not waste any time pushing in yet again. I imagine maybe he's gonna go for going below these mirrors. Could be a possibility. It looks like the Last Dance isn't gonna go for that at all. It could be C. I was almost thinking they were gonna try to rush the thermite charge, but Spades pushing in below, and they are! Doodle just got blown to Africa! Kilo, oh my god, TLD's just running through, and they're not going to come on top of the trade. Spades with no HP, but Mantequilla Butter just found his way into sight. But the mirrors have been established by attackers. How in the world do you win around when you blow yourself up? What is this?
Oh, I don't. So.
Doodle's just. I would kill to hear what Doodle said there.
So we were talking about rushing. You talked about rushing before. You talked about rushing those mirrors to, that aggression to deal with them. But that's exactly what they did.
Okay, I was thinking that, like all 5 are going to rush the breach. Well, Spades went stock. I think 1 went up cash stairs, through like the blue window, and then the Doodle blew up. And then Young and someone else managed to make it through the breach. That was
flabbergasted is the word.
That was exuberant.
Yeah,
as exuberant as it gets, and Doodle thinks I guess Doodle needs more speed to survive, when he's trying to rush in through a charge. So he's gonna 6 to Ash. But like, wow, that was exciting. That's what I expect. Now affected basement, and honestly, we're seeing the same space station R6 from.
Yeah, last time this was also the flurry kills where they wasted some time. So 8 wasted time on this defense. They were able to like some utility, not a lot, like you said before, on the upstairs roam. But in the end, because they didn't get any kills, it allowed, and they didn't waste too much time. They wasted maybe a minute and a half, maybe at most. It was like a minute and 15. It still allowed for TOD to get into sight pretty quickly, but unfortunately, they didn't really clear dirt. There was 2 people holding blue, so these rest of these tags they had still, it became, you know, gunfights that Ape in the end were coming out on top. Won them that round. Their only round so far, which is unfortunate.
Yeah, so I mean, maybe we're gonna see an adjustment. They're gonna go for dirt a little earlier. Maybe they're gonna, I don't know, maybe they just rush blue hatch. I mean, all bets are off at this point. Anything could happen.
Yeah, as we started out with execution playing, so we see this is the aggression we saw. We see not aggression, but the roaming we see before. We see execution downstairs. I know a person upstairs as well too. So are they going to stick around and try and get picks off this time, or are they going to do the same thing as before? Because last time, even though they didn't want it, didn't seem like it was too close. Because it was almost, it came down to just crazy gunfights left and right. People coming to sight. Execution getting shot already though. Looks easy to spot out for one of the attackers, so he's got to return to sight, or wait for another defender to be in a position to refrag him. But we'll see what happens exactly here, because in the end, I'm not sure if it go play the same way if they try to make the same exact, you know, route.
Melton Doodle. I mean, the Ash pick not working out as he gets sniped by Melted elsewhere, somewhere on the map. And then Doodle just get.
Pretty sure top floor.
Yeah, I guess Doodle lost his little entry kill, and yeah, Melted's still up top. And yeah, I mean, it looks like TLG's just kind of avoiding. Well, no, it looks like they're pushing him for cash. Excuse me, they're gonna be pushing him for cash. They're gonna find Yaga here. Yaga's just gonna run away, but Butters is actually watching this. This could be a quick double for Butters as he's behind his Kilo. Actually helps him out with execration, but they're not really watching the top of the stairs. Melted found by Kilo, but looks like Yaga's gonna actually get away. So after the melee, I mean, Kilo's running after him like he's a wolf versus a sheep or something, but Yaga's gonna get away for the time being at least. And yeah, that was a melee and a half on the stairs. I mean, one came up, one came down, one came from the left, one came from the right. And it, you know, I mean, hey, at the end of the day, it's 3v3. And top floor control has been established for the attackers. But again, Dirt, Young, you got to charge. I don't think he is. I think they're really tunneled on Church right now, and that's what they want to get. Young's going to go drop into Church. No one to really stop him. I mean, someone could peek from the west side of Armory and maybe pop that little, it's called the Ash Wall. You see Young's pinging it like, guys, am I going to die to this? Doesn't look like it. He's gonna put that charge off. No mute jammers, no bandits. And for Ape here, you're in a predicament. I mean, the bomb angle here is a lot easier to play, but it doesn't help when Force is taken out and caught as well. And it's just Yaga here on this aforementioned bomb. He's got to find 3. He was MVP before. He's done crazier. He's gonna push in. He's gonna find Young. That's huge. He's got to pull the pistol out. Unfortunately, the pepperoni doesn't have enough bullets, and it's going to be the Last Dance again, taking their 4th attack.
Yeah, again, that came out to like a different outcome. It's like rather than pushing for Arsenal, jumping down the hatch and causing defenders coming from blue or trying to take blue and end, it just came to a Moto Church attack, just like you see usually on Church, or not Church, but on Clubhouse in general. That kind of normal attack that really works. The classic attack works out because the fact that there's only 3 defenders, they can only watch so many angles, and of course, some really good shots from both Young and other members will finish off other defenders trying to make their way into Church and leave Yaga in a 1v3.
It helps when, honestly, like when I say classic, it helps when this is like, that reminded me of like Church Wall when people didn't really know about impact tricking and they didn't, I mean, bandit tricking was kind of the only way to do it. And there was just no bandit there. So it was just like, I mean, it's free. It's free real estate. You just open it and shoot your gun. I mean, there wasn't really any, of course, the setup is obviously upstairs. There's a lot of shotgunning or whatever upstairs.
Wait, we have to talk about these picks first, though. Kilo picks Finko, and then we have also a Warden on the board, too. And
I mean, is this 3D chess? Is the Finka, is Melted trying to see through to their hearts with the glance glasses while they're beating? I mean, the lore behind Finka is gadget, right? Isn't it like your heart beats faster? Like, isn't that why Finka is more? Oh, speaking of this, Finka is more like when you're Finka, you're easily detected by pulse. If y'all didn't know.
Oh, I know that actually.
Because it's like that's the lore I was getting at. It's like Finka makes like that's why like when she pops her gadget, it's like and it's like because it's like basically like G fuel. Finka is like G fueling the whole team.
Finka is so like it's like G fuel.
Yeah, so Yaga's gonna be able to see them coming. Like I think it's like almost double the distance that he would normally be able to if they're Finka'd. So that's kind of interesting. I hope we see something like that because TLD's just kind of sending it. And I mean, if they send it while Finka'd, Yaga could catch it actually.
Well, it's interesting because they also changed the entire lineup on Ape side too. Ape brought Ward, they brought Legion, they brought Pulse. That means there's a lot more. They're playing for definitely a more turtle-like play compared to before due to the SG defense. So let's see if it plays out though. As they're trying to push blue though, Execution watching Oil Pit. Does he have someone to back him up? Because it could be a double job from Secret and from Oil Pit, and Execution could be in trouble here.
That angle is greasy and something I fully expect from Spades. What was that? That angle. Anyway, so Spades is going to get off of that, and Execration kind of wary of what the heck is happening. You probably heard all that noise stimuli from Spades trying to hold that angle, but is he aware that Butters is here? I mean, that Malusi's probably going to save him. If that Malusi wasn't there, I imagine Butters would have just went for it, but, you know, that's the power of an operator. It is so imposing.
I think oppressive is better for Banshee.
Yeah,
the Banshee, I think oppressive is a better description there. But yeah, I agree. He can't do much there because if he destroys it, he knows he's there. So Execution, I don't know if he knows that Butters there, but first kill, go to Spades. He'll kill call out. There was a Legion off the board, so those new mines will not affect it. Oh, but walking by, Execution tries to retreat, but Butters is there, ready for the kill. He'll take that one as well. So this should be looking good for the Last Dance.
Yep, and the finger popped. The heart's beating, and I don't think Yaga's going to have much time to be on a scanner, and it doesn't help Spades as he's just instantly deleted by Forest on that Malusi, the oppressive Malusi, and now it's going to be a 4-on-3, but all these attackers are boosted, and they are ready to get live. Butters pushing through, finding two there, his third of the round, and Young just finishing off a poor Forest, last alive yet again. In the Last Dance, they're playing like it's the Last Dance. They're just sending it. They're having a good time, and I'm loving it.
Yeah, what a half though. 5-1 here on Clubhouse on the attack. So again, this is the Last Dance's map pick, but still, that's a very different outcome than we expect here on Clubhouse.
We have to hold our breath here. Because I've seen the hello darkness, my old friend. Yes, yeah, we've seen TLD up 5-1. TLD was up 5-1 two different instances last time he played Ape. And lost in overtime both times. So I can't call it. We can't say this one's over. There's no chance. Honestly, you'd have if you're betting on this, I would bet more on Ape maybe winning 7-5. I'm sorry, I love TLD, but it doesn't matter if they were favored or unfavored in their half going in. They kind of lost 5-1 both times last time these two played. So I'm holding my breath right now. I'm hoping to God.
Yeah, I guess in case of like no entrances, we'd say this is crazy because it's a Clubhouse. But in terms of our past matchups between Last Dance and their past opponents, especially Ape, hasn't been the same really. So it's interesting to see what happens here. We'll see exactly if maybe their defenses aren't different here on Clubhouse. Because Clubhouse isn't like Villa or Oregon. It's a much older map. And of course, you see them pulling up the SG strat like we talked before. They're bringing out those operators to waste time, waste utility. And we'll see exactly if they can get kills compared to we saw Ape. Because Ape, they played aggressive at least on the last round on the SG defense, but the first time they really did too, and I'm not sure if that aggression even helped them on the last time they tried.
Yeah, just the trades were not in their favor. Honestly, I don't think as a roamer you want to really trade per se like that. You don't want to lose your whole squad because it's honestly just kind of hard to hold site at that point, given all the patches are soft or just easily openable, or the walls. It's just kind of a. I think the strat works better, basically what I'm getting at. Strat works better when you actually manage to fall back if they push you. So TLD probably not going to play their lies on this one. I think they're probably just going to bait out the breach, which we're seeing. But just kidding. Melted. Oh, LMG's Butters. Somehow, but Spades trading that instantly. And Spades getting traded instantly himself. It's a flurry of trades. It's a McFlurry, and now Doodle's here. Again, it's I don't know if the defenders, unless they continue to monkey out this roam.
At this point, they kind of have to.
Yeah, you can't fall back at this point. It's on now. And attackers haven't won yet. They still got to clear out a wild Doodle here sitting on the bottom of the stairs and call out. Gonna breach charge that castle. I remember last time. I think
he got shotgunned. That was
no shotgun.
It's like they can't really retreat the site now because it's a 4v3. If they let them take control of the kitchen and let them do what they want, they're just letting them prep the attack, and in the end they're going to be down a man on these trades, and that's what's going to come down to is they're going to be down these trades. They're going to be end up being a 1v2 or 2v1 or something like that, and it's not going to work out for TOD unless one of their members clutches up or one that makes a play here, because that's what needs to happen to either even it up or give them that man advantage.
Yes, sir. So we've got Ape. They're kind of setting up still. They're taking their time. They're biding their time because I think they're aware that when you're in this situation as an attacker, defenders tend to get a little ghetto. honestly, I was fully expecting TLD to kind of run at them to try to, you know, get this thing back under control, but they're looking like they're just going to play it really reserved, which honestly is kind of working in favor of Ape. They're already establishing these powerful angles. They're establishing these crossfires and opening up what they need to open. And good Lord, that AK hits hard, doesn't it? And Doodle just instantly taken down to about 50 health as the rest of Ape still working this map. I mean, they haven't really come down to a final conclusion yet. I'm thinking it's going to be Church, but we're actually seeing look at those impacts. Yeah, like 4 different impacts actually. So I mean, if that's the game plan, even though Kilo's actually not in position, this he's just gonna he's just gonna walk up the hallway. He's gonna find 2. God, you gotta hold it. Execration's just losing it now, and I bet Force is gonna trade that out though. That crazy play from Kilo. That's what I expected. I expected someone to get ghetto, and that's exactly what Kilo did. And now it's just Doodle here on the bullet holes. He's gonna light Force up to about a little under 50% HP. 10 seconds left here, and Doodle holding this powerful position with that 1.5. Yaga with literally no health, and Doodle is going to end Ape's dreams, at least on that round. And my goodness, Kilo, you madman. You absolute madman. Straight out of Alcatraz, Kilo just walks down the hallway, and
that was a crazy game for Kilo.
Let me tell you, I know when I would play Thermite and that happens to me, I am furious. I am punching the air. Call out was not holding that angle aggressively enough.
It was a perfect position though, because the fact that Young playing the behind the church wall, so he has to impact trick, which denies him the push. So someone has to push the mode at that point, which allows Kilo, like their focus is off of the main wall, main hallway, because they're trying to get the wall open and they're trying to deny that impact trick, and so they have to, some peak moto as well. So it allows Kilo to walk up the main hall on top of that. So it's just perfect positioning and perfect call from Kilo, really.
Yeah, I mean, also it's like, he's vigil. I think he was vigiling, and it's like, what are you gonna say? Yeah, he's vigiling. What do I say? He's ERCing?
Yeah.
No, he's cloaking. I say vigiling.
I think cloaking is probably a better word personally, but vigiling is interesting.
I like vigiling. I mean, I can make up my own words, as you know. I have my elite vocabulary of tragic and whatever the heck I say, and then I also have stuff like vigiling. So, I mean, I think they probably thought he was in church. I mean, to be real, he's probably like, because I thought Kilo was just gonna help impact church or something.
Yeah, I thought so too as well, but it really makes sense. Like I said before, you still have to make a play, you still have to make something happen to really make this turn out better for TLD that round, and that's what it was. It was Kilo.
Some ghetto. Like I said, you just gotta blah, blah, down the hallway. That's what Kilo did, and as a result, his team is on match point now. This is the first 6-1 lead ever for TLD. I don't think we're gonna see the. I'm not gonna call it actually. I'm not gonna jinx it.
You don't want to jinx this time? Hey, what?
Those are truly unbelievable.
Jinx the curse, catches curse. And say that Yaga gets the first kill onto Butters though, so it looks like maybe Yaga Butters playing pretty aggressive there on looks like one of the windows by Bedroom, assuming. Maybe looking for that peek, a spawn kill to end this game, but unfortunately Yaga's on him. He's ready for that.
Yeah, Butters was going for the top 10 champion spawn peak, which unfortunately did not work out for him. I mean, at least Yaga is on 78 HP. He's probably going to die to one less bullet. So, I mean, Butters did contribute, and he will likely get his assist, assuming it's on a flawless round. And Spades is getting blown up. He's getting stunned. He nearly died to the server window if it had been open there, interestingly enough. No one's there, actually. Force is below it. That's interesting. Thought he was sitting there. Okay, so, I mean, he's able to escape. Spades gets away, and the wall's open. Execration doing some excellent breaching. And now this Spades is looking to get crazy here on this master side.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to try and play aggressive. He looks peeking out that bedroom window again, just like we saw from Butters, but it looks like he'll back off for the moment. It looks like there was also a drone there watching him. Drones come out too from Execration to find one of red stairs, and Spades still roaming around, trying to figure out what exactly Ape is looking to do next, as no member as Ape has really made it move just yet. There's nothing crazy up, but Four is taking a lot of damage, but he'll figure out, fire back until Spades. Yaga takes out Young. It's not looking good for the Last Dance here on Cash CCTV, as time is still plenty here for Ape, and they have members to do the job of 5v2. They have control garage, it looks like, too, as well, because Young died, so they can take control rafters. They have the garage balcony. This is that same attack you usually see here that usually don't see often in Clubhouse anymore because of Omai, how powerful it is, but Omai unfortunately did die on that. Young unfortunately died on that rafters there. So let's work out some aggression though. What a shot from Doodle, take a call out. Great shots with the SMG-11, and let's see if they can somehow deny this push into sight from garage as they walk in.
And Doodle, not a lot of health to work with, and sometimes those smokes can be pretty screwy when you're trying to smoke out that default. But Kilo, once again, he's looking to do something crazy. Kilo's got his hair slicked back. And Doodle's going to be found, though. So it's just Kilo, and he's going to have to 1v4. There's players in Malusi's. He's got no health, and yeah, quite literally, even with the help of his Banshee device. I called them Malusi's, but hey, what was?
Yeah. He's at the same time. But you know, in the end,
no.
It was in the end, losing members on the rafters, losing members in key positions like that really does not help you. So unfortunate for Last Dance, but Ape, they played it well though. They made everything count, made their shots count, and also getting the first pick unfortunately did not help Last Dance whatsoever.
Yes, so that is yeah. I mean, Butters really been grinding the rank lately on his stream. You see a lot of those spawn peaks. So I mean, I'm not surprised to see him pull that one out on match point 6-1. TLD's got a lot of chances to close this one out with again, they literally have 5, like that was 1 of 5 chances. They get, if my math is right, they get 4 more, guys.
If my math is right, yeah. If your math is right, they get 7 more. We're talking about.
Well, don't make me question myself, okay? they get about 4 more chances here to win a round. I think they're going to be able to do that. It's very possible. They're on the favorite side. They've got an Ape team that's, I mean, they're looking a little, I mean, like disjointed on the, how do I say, just little instances. I don't feel like this is one the Last Dance is going to let slip, but who knows? So we got Gym Bedroom here. No mirror or anything coming out from the Last Dance. Just going to be some Malusi's and honestly kind of a limited little cash hold here. Probably going to reinforce an impact trick. And probably add another Malusi there as well.
For IQ, which is interesting to see. But the Valkyrie is bought as well, so that's probably why they 6-picked or they picked the IQ.
Yeah, so I mean, that's Melted. I mean, he's had an interesting set of operators. I mean, he goes from the LMG cap to the not running the LMG on IQ. I thought he liked the extra bullets. He's just not going to run it this time, I guess. He's going to run that 5.52.
I guess it's because the GA doesn't have an ACOG like he used before. Because I know doesn't the 2.9 have an ACOG?
Yeah, that's the 5.52 has a 1.5. The AUG has like a 2x, I think.
Yeah.
And
the G doesn't have anything because they.
No, I think the AUG has a 2.5. And
no, the G8 though, the LMG doesn't have anything.
And the LMG is just like, yeah, it's just not zoomy, but it's still very LMG like. I almost said LMG, but that's like LMG. Like, is that a word? It is
LMG,
now.
Yeah. Was it?
It is now.
We'll see what this happens here. We're gonna start off by taking this cash hold as Young is playing this. Like he says before, he plays against Joe where he got grenaded from above. Let's see if he can hold it without getting grenaded this time. So that was quite oh, an impact comes out. It'll deny. Looks like deny an economic charge on the red stairs and also deny the X Kairos on the cash wall as well from server. So this is a lot of denial here. And Butters with the first kill on a call out, peeking out from construction into cash out towards garage. There goes call out and looks like the wall be opened up. So both Young and Butters will back off and not get kills here in cash, we've seen before in previous games.
And actually gonna escape. I mean, honestly, I saw Young pull out the impact. I was expecting him to just blow up immediately because that's quite literally what happened before, and he's gonna have himself an extended round on Gym for the first time in forever. He's actually gonna be able to play. That's a great for Young. That's great news. And Ape, not so good news. Your Thatcher is very much dead. He think he was bullet holing there, and he just got read by the top 10 champion Butters. And speaking of Butters, he's gone now. He just got deleted from the server. So now, I mean, that's a death. He was strucken down by the Siege Gods. It counts. This round is not going to be replayed. So Execration's just going to be able to get this wall. Now it's an even 4-on-4 here, and I bet you the Last Dance is like, well, what the heck? Are we gonna have to close it out now? Probably, because you don't want to have to force this one to go to Rios. You want to win this 4v4 here and not lose your momentum, because that would be truly disastrous in every meaning of the word. Execration going to start that wall, and Melton's actually dropped in logistics, and he's going to find 2, and that's exactly what I'm talking about. Doodle and Spades, last 2 alive here. C4 just desperation at this point. Lights up Melton, but he's got to work his way up the main stairs now, and he's got to find 3. Execration starting that Confuser, Yaga, and Fofo covering, and I think we're going to see a rehost, and I think that's going to be a momentum stopper if it happens. I don't know, maybe he'll reconnect.
That's not good to lose your man advantage because of a disconnect. So let's see if we will be.
He comes back. Where is he? There he is.
Butters has returned. So we're still in this game.
The butter had melted, but the butter was put back in the refrigerator and has now returned to its solid state. Butters, welcome back to the server, my friend. You should We should pray to siege gods.
That was like a
that it's not
red
happen
cube
again.
level pun right there.
Thank you.
Or play on words.
That is the highest tier of compliment.
Yeah, because I remember Red Cube does those things where, you know what, that's like the one part is the all the cat's tails are in a room of rocking chairs, something like that. I remember that one. That one, I remember he said that one on the stream one time, and I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, Red Cube is a genius.
Yeah,
it's when he shaved his head. When he shaved his head, he turned into a Buddha.
High level IQ puns like that.
Yeah, so I mean, rest in peace, Red Cube. He's not dead or anything. He's just a social media manager now, whatever that is.
He's exploring it, dude. He's exploring a life.
He's a social media manager. He left.
Hey, he's doing a fantastic job, though.
He left the casting.
I think he did a fantastic job.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just kidding. I wish I was a social media manager. Seems a lot less stressful and more fun, and you can be in Vegas and stuff. So I mean, I don't blame them. We are going to be seeing. What is this? This has been the exclusive way of defending the side, I think, save for one round. And the one round that the defense like actually played the basement between these two teams, it was Ape and they got smoked. So we're going to be seeing this Space Station Moon Gaming R6 roam yet again, because honestly, it might be the most effective way of playing this thing. I mean, hey, you don't want to be.
How is it though? Because they dropped the Mozzie. Because of course, the big thing about this roam is the mutant Mozzie dealing with that intel, making sure they can't drone you out upstairs, make them waste time. That's been the big thing about this roam. But they dropped the Mozzie. They only have the mute, and it brought Spades unabandoned. Are they trying to maybe bandit trick these walls and deal with, you know, just waste more utility on top of it, or what is the plan here for DLD?
That's a rank 1.5 because that's exactly what he's doing. And did he succeed?
I think a Thatcher just destroyed him.
Something.
Oh no, he couldn't destroy those X-Kairos. I think they shot X-Kairos onto that wall and he couldn't destroy it. So there's a small hole in that server wall now.
I mean, if Force meant to do that, that was genius because he shot it in the middle, which is good. And then, I mean, he did it really quick. I don't know if he just did that from spawn or what, but Melted has brought out the M249 yet again, and he is going to buzzsaw somebody, or he's looking to at least, as Ape's going to be pushing this one out. We see Force investing 2 Abana pellets onto the server platform here, and it looks like Execration's going for that thermite charge as well. So this is just this is a full intent to kill from Ape. They are absolutely trying to murder these guys upstairs, and the guys upstairs, I mean, Butters is all in strip, and I see a man in bar. Spades is in lounge. I don't think there's actually anyone up top anymore, which is, again, this is just why this strategy is honestly probably more powerful than just playing the basement traditionally and sitting in, you know, like sitting in corners like a packaged tuna. Instead, you're allowed to roam free. A Wild Spades is allowed to roam free, and this is a nightmare to deal with. Callout says, bro, as Yaga has pushed into pool table. And yeah, I think they are red plugging. If you direct your attention,
the server's having
direct your attention to the top right. That is what is happening. They are.
Oh, that was a packet loss there. Oh yeah, you can see the.
Oh, look at the lag! Look at the lag!
See the packet loss.
Oh, look at the packet loss! It's live. It's lit. Yeah, I mean, okay. So it looks like it has subsided. It looks like the storm has subsided. You know what? If let's say like the server lag is like the equivalent of like a rainy game. Like in football.
A rainy game?
It's just raining.
Oh, yeah,
it's raining.
soccer?
So it's like, yeah, it's like, it affects things a little bit. It affects your traction. That's all. It's just slippery. It's just a rainy day. It's Kilo. First one to slip up. And what in the world? Is someone still upstairs? What is happening?
It's Butters.
The man who was in strip. He was in strip club. And he has busted out. And unfortunately, it didn't really amount to much as his team is still in a 2v4 here. That was interesting. I almost forgot about him up there during the laggy sequence is the execution coming out. Melted launching smokes. They're gonna push. Oh my god, Melted just smoked Doodle, and now it's just Young. He's clutched 1v3s before, but not this time. Ape is actually starting to gather some momentum here.
A little bit. That was that was a round that maybe is pretty painful. That server lag doesn't really help. Especially, I was funny because I liked how they were really wasting time. They're wasting utility. They're making them really work for the upstairs. But then the lag happens, and everyone's having trouble.
I'm pretty sure Butter should have absolutely just murdered Callout, and like he was just behind them. They were not aware.
That could have been the play. That looked like that could have been the play had it not been intense lag.
I hope he clips it because Butters definitely had them. And that was not fun, I imagine. But it's a rain problem. This is a snow game. That's all. You gotta survive the elements.
I feel like it's easier to deal with the snow game than it is to deal with lag.
Yeah, just a little bit. At least you could move. I mean,
At least you could move. At least your body listens in a sense.
Yeah. I mean, hey, everyone. This is I don't know what to compare it to. So I'm just done with it. Anyway.
Yeah. Anyway, so we'll go back downstairs at church,
room.
and Arsenal will try again here for a last dance. They have 2 more tries left before we go to overtime, and we'll see if they can pull off one of these defenses, and if the server doesn't, impact them this round. Hopefully, again, they play as well, because last time they played this whole roam game, it worked out perfectly in the beginning. They wasted time, they wasted utility. You saw they were both using X Kairos and Economic Charge on the top floor. And then also the Butters on the flank. That Butters flank could have been the play to give them that round. Could have been. I hope it was. I wish it was.
It could have been. It should have been. It probably would have been, but coulda, shoulda, woulda. You should have prayed to the server gods, and it wouldn't have happened to you. So now, Ape again. They're gonna be. I mean, they're two rounds away from forcing OT, and I am literally getting like PTSD flashbacks to the last time these two played. It's very possible this is the exact same strategy. Ape probably has a read on it, so unless TLD changes how they play it, I mean, it could very well go the way of Ape again, as Execration again opening the wall and forces open server. They're gonna, it's the same natural progression, gonna drop down. I imagine Butters is gonna drop down to the 2nd floor, and they're gonna try to rat it out there. Spades has worked his way in the garage. It's almost identical, except Butters, of course, hasn't actually went to strip this time, which, unfortunately enough, was kind of his master play for winning. And what in the world? Spades just flies out, finds Forrest. Forrest had used most of his pellets anyway. He only had 1 extra pellet, I believe. Not the end of the world, but definitely, if you're the Last Dance, that is a good way to propel yourself towards a victory.
That's painful, because he was looking at that door too for a while. He was staring at that garage door, and he looks away for a second, and that's when Spades runs out the door.
Y'all know I have tape on, or I had tape on my headset, because I would throw my headset after dying like that. And then, maybe Forrest is calm, maybe he's collected, but yeah, that's frustrating. That's definitely a frustrating way to die. And we do see a hard breach charge on Melted either way. So, honestly, that's probably why Forrest was so liberal with his
Kairos, because they should still have enough to get this open. They have 1 extra charge. They still have the secondary hard breaching tool available, so they can get these hatches open. Though the impacts are available to both Young and Kilo, so they can impact check both the device, the secondary hard breach device, and the external charge. So this still could be very painful for Ape when it comes to the last minute or so. Impact check comes out. Looks like he's just throwing it at Yaga instead, who's inside of Kitchen instead, rather than using it maybe for deal with the hard breaching utility. And so at this point, Yaga has no HP. He's been hit by 2 impacts. He's got 5 HP most. Actually, was he getting a fight maybe instead? Maybe there wasn't. Melted though. We'll get another kill onto Doodle. So Melted's been pretty good with that 2-4-9 here on Clubhouse. Looking to get another kill onto the play, coming from blue into sight, but lying down though with a shotgun is Butters. Melted for the 2nd. That's for the 3rd. He's gotten all the kills so far. Spades takes Execration out though, but Arsenal is in effect in the play. But Last Dance to be Butters to finish off call out, and Spades gets melted. And good half. Good map to the Last Dance.
What a save there at the end for Last Dance. It was almost looking dreary in that last execute, but they reared it back. Melted was unable to melt the butter. And now TLD goes in. They won their map pick pretty. This is a map to this day they have not lost. Not surprising that they're able to pick it and not lose again. So we're going to be headed to, I believe, where the heck are we going? Coastline next.
Coastline.
Which, that's as apey as a map as it gets. We saw Ape had a close affair on Coastline last week against Beast Coast. Call Out was able to pull out the bearing, in clutch. So maybe he's going to be able to do that again. Maybe we're going to see a little bit more of that. Maybe not.
After this break.
Maybe TLD just 2-0s. But, no replays. We're going to go to a break. We're going to see off for map 2, which is going to be Coastline. It's going to be spicy. It's going to be beautiful. If it's anything like Clubhouse was, it's going to be great. So stay tuned.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to day 3 of United States Challenge League. Here in the losers bracket, we have The Last Dance versus Ape. We just saw The Last Dance beat Ape here on Clubhouse on their map. And we're about to go on to their map or Ape's map of Coastline.
The Clubhouse, apparently, because again, they never lost that one. So we're going to Coastline, though, which is a map I don't think TLD's played yet. They're going to have to get tested here on the jungle gym the Ape is going to bring out. So without any further ado, I think we're going to get into the map here. But what do you think, Benny? I feel like Ape's got, a little bit of a home field advantage here, I want to say.
Yeah, Ape. Well, it depends. We've seen Ape. Well, Ape and both TOD seem like they both have quite the number on each other. So it's hard to say. It's really difficult to say. You saw Last Dance on their map pick. They went 5-1 at the half on attacking a Clubhouse. It's hard to say. Like, I can't say if they're just well attacked team, if Clubhouse is their map, or if Coastline's gonna be like that for Ape though, because Coastline could be that way.
I mean, I just feel like, if it's just me, I feel like Last Dance was just nasty at that map. I don't think anyone has touched them there, so it's only naturally destroy on their attacks. But it's possible that it translates here too. But I mean, TLD's got to defend first. And
I guess the point is the fact that like the attacking side of Clubhouse is considered the least preferred side, so usually you expect the attackers not to do well in Clubhouse. And then we go here to Coastline, which is Ape's pick. So Last Dance has the choice of what side they want to be, and they pick defense first. Which on Coastline, defense is considered the non-preferred side because attackers usually have the better win percentage in a sense. Well, it's even more in a sense, but they tend to have the better time.
I mean, I guess speaking of that, I mean, last week it was a flat. I mean, Ape, when they played it last week, it was a flat 50-50 each way. They were not particularly excelling at defense or attack. So maybe they tee off on TLD here on out. As they start attack here, of course. It's also possible that, maybe that Villa energy that they showed, really in the energy they showed last game, they won a pretty fair amount of attacks. It just they were just down too much, I feel like. So this could be a situation where Ape's able to actually start on their favorite side on a favorite map and really come out with the strong lead and potentially force some map 3, which would be Cafifi. As we see the Lion, the Jackal, which, I mean, if you already know Lion Jackal together is one of the most nasty combos you could perpetrate right now. Valkyrie being taken out as well. There's a lot of nasty cameras and a lot of runouts on this map that are disgusting. And of course, Maestro is just who likes playing against an 81 round LMG. Not me. And with laser cameras, and Jaeger Omai protecting those laser cameras. It doesn't seem very fun. So they're going to ban it. And we're going hookah billiards first. And I mean, there you go. We see Jaeger Omai coming out with 2 different C4s and the Cade as well. I mean, that's interesting as well, too. The Cade's going to be used to stop that ace on that quad wall hookah, which is going to be...
Yeah, that's why I'm surprised they didn't ban Ace, because Ace on Coastline right now has been one of the stronger operators because of the fact that he can open up so many walls so easily, especially because Pink Wall, like you said before. That's why I bring in the Kite, of course. And I'm interested to see that there was a 6 pick off of the Monty onto a Blackbeard. I don't know how far... I don't think we've seen Blackbeard this entire season.
Oh no. This is Go for Yaga in full effect. He's running Blackbeard. I don't even remember the last time I saw Blackbeard in the freaking spectator thing. Look at those icons. I don't even remember the last time I saw this. This is truly some mesmerizing stuff. I mean, Blackbeard, honestly, kind of a little gimped because he doesn't have like a 2x on that assault rifle. It's only on a DMR that he has actual like really good zoom. I mean, the 1.5 is not bad.
Yeah, the DMR is a 3R, the 3x on it.
Yeah, like the 1.5 isn't bad on the Scar, but it's definitely not as good as it used to be, like with the 8 color or anything. So this is a curious choice from the Yog Dog.
And he has Doodle on the Rook though. Rook with the only operator on defense with 2x.
Yeah, I mean, so we're seeing it's all the stops are being brought out. I mean, the shield has been equipped for Yaga, and interestingly enough, Kilo not bringing C4 in the cave. He's going to be bringing barbed wire, which, I mean, I don't blame him if he didn't bring barbed wire. His team would quite literally not have much, and Malusi is not in play. They're just not playing, or not banned or anything. He's just not playing him. So, yeah, I mean, only one C4 for any sort of vertical play, and just a lot of powerful weapons. I was going to say Cade, with the 1.5, but Kilo is doing his typical reflex, his reflex gang. So that's great to see. Doodle looking to snipe somebody. Who's gonna be X? Deleted off the roof. Doodle at the Rook is the sniper of defense. I'm gonna coin that term. And that's just, I mean, hey, I don't think he's going to have much success anyway, even given Cade. But, I mean, there's also a Thatcher on the board. So, Forrest maybe. Yeah, I mean, Forrest is confused. He's like, well, now what do I do with this Thatcher?
I'd be confused too. To start with the round, already to lose your Heart Breacher, which, of course, we talked about that's the reason why I brought Kaid on the board. They brought it so they brought the list cost so they can deny that. But it looks like at least X can throw one of those stumble charges off and get part of that wall open. But Yaga will fight back. He'll take out Young. Looks like he was maybe playing on one of the windows. Where was actually was Yaga at? But he'll get the first kill on Young. There goes your Oh My. And also puts him playing, aggression doodle inside of VIP, takes out Melted. And so now at this point it's back and forth, but a lot of those roamers, it's still wild dude walking around. He's a wild dude, all right.
Yeah, he's wild. I mean, he's nicknamed a wild doodle, all-wheel drive. I mean, right now it's all-wheel drive. He is just firing all cylinders on the Rook. Absolutely monstrous and Forrest here with the curious AR-33 loadout, and he's gonna find Doodle. I mean, the AR-33 can actually take like a higher zoom, but he is not doing that. That's curious. 1.5. That's a nice little wrinkle there that they've added in the scope choice. And Yaga's going to find Kilo as well. What was once an advantage has totally disappeared for the Last Dance, and now it's just Spades. Metakuya pistol whipped. Butter's taken out. No, Spades is going to find Yaga, though. The fat Blackbeard thumping through the floor. A little too loud. For someone like Spades. Spades hears that and reads it easily, and now Spades here in a winnable 1-on-2. Nearly finding call out, and both players lined up here, so this is very winnable for Spades. He doesn't have the Roni. He's got plenty of bullets here to find both players, and he does! Oh my goodness! I called it the second they both stacked up there in Aqua. They were gonna get collateral. That's exactly what happened. Spades 4-3, and that, I mean, was almost a toss from TLD. Rescued by the former all-star from Evil Genius's Spades.
Yeah, honestly, that was almost a toss there. It was a good kills from Doodle to begin with, but of course, members like Young, members of Butters getting picked off without any kind of ability to refrag was huge there for TLD, and the reason why maybe Ape was going to win that round, but unfortunately, Spades is the way to clutch it out. He takes out 3 Spades for 3, collateral at the end. He'll take that win for TLD and bring us the kitchen and service for our next defense.
Yeah, I mean, that's just I don't know if he had a Mozzie drone inside or what. I mean, I'm pretty sure Blackbeard has a really distinct sound when he sprints and he moves in general now. I think that was one of the changes added like in later years of this game. Used to be he sprinted like anyone else, but he has like a really sounds like a shield sprinting almost. So it's like, I mean, that's if that's how Spades hurt him and that's how that 1v3 started, that is just you almost got a feel for Ape there, because it's like, wow, what are the odds? But yeah, I mean, we're going to kitchen service here, and Doodle's gonna be extended out here. He's gonna open all these hatches. There's no Oryx or anything, but he's gonna open them so that his team can rotate, hit the rotation station, and cross multiple points in the map. And it looks like they're gonna be playing above. I can't imagine he opened those to not be playing above. That would be silly, don't you think?
Yeah, that'd be something. I'm assuming they play above, because usually you have to do in the site. You make sure you play above and deny any vertical pressure onto the roamer or onto the anchors. But I don't know if anybody's actually even anchoring for TLD. It looks like most of the members are off site.
Yeah, I mean, Spades put down his Alibis, his little shadow clones all throughout the site in Spades. So this is a Spades moment. Spades? Someone's gonna die to this, I think. This is something
he's waiting for the repel. He's waiting for that sound of sun repelling on the balcony, but is anybody from Ape gonna fall for it?
Yeah, this is stimuli. He's waiting for some sound stimuli to run out and eradicate someone. But it looks like Melted's reading that, and yup, Melted's gonna, fortunately for Spades, he got read like a book. Melted was birthed from ranked. He knows all about that play. And now a rapid 4-on-5 for TLD here.
Yeah, rapidly that aggression will fall in the face. It'll just basically be read by Ape, and now they're in a 5v4, trying to roam out upstairs, but Butters playing upstairs. Ooh. And Pedals takes 2. Call it an execution. Go down to Butters. Another player on the big windows, Melted, who cannot go for the refrag and play on the balcony. Hit Yaga. It matters with a triple kill for this round. And again, these clutch plays from these players of TLDs are giving them these rounds. It's not even any crazy plays. And well, it is crazy plays, but it's nothing crazy from the team. It's these individual players who are just dealing with Ape one after another.
I mean, call an Execration having a good time. X is getting sniped off the roof, collateral, and Kilo finding Forest now. not looking good for Ape to start here, and on their map pick at least, and Young gonna clean things up. And my goodness, I mean, that's just, it's like, I'm pretty sure it was call out, and no, I want to say it was calling for us. Execration died early last round, but yeah, I'm thinking Execration call, just that's just tragic. They both drop, and I mean, Butters with the new red dot just absolutely eviscerates them both.
Yeah, that was interesting to see. Of course, I'm pretty sure they joined him out, but they took on multiple gunfights, 1v1s. It was technically a 2v1 in the bathroom, but you're in a bathroom. It wasn't exactly a lot of place to really move for that.
Yeah,
gunfight.
that's like one of the, it's like free 99. Well, not really. Sometimes you drop there and you win. I just don't think they won, unfortunately. As you guys saw, they kind of died. But I mean, it is, I mean, if you don't expect the second player, it's definitely a thing. But Butters is just, again, that's a top 10 champion right now. He's ready for that type of thing. And I mean, it just goes to show playing the game helps. I mean, Butters is just read them like a book, really. And full LeBron mode.
Now we'll go on to double bar, both blue bar and sunrise for our next site. And are we going to see the Last Dance pull out what you usually don't see here in Coastline, which is play, you know, maybe a defender-sided half that you usually don't see on Coastline? It's Coastline very difficult to play defender usually because the attacking has so many angles, and a lot of destruction is a bit able to be had by the attackers.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it looks like the defenders right now are the ones with the destruction. Look at that, those score holes and pantry, I believe, towards lobby. Just they have the whole pantry floor just shotgunned. So I mean, that's interesting. And it looks like they're gonna be playing in the kitchen as well. So I mean, a lobby push is gonna be tumultuous for Ape, and it looks like they're just gonna be, always based on their spawns, they're all spawned here towards the west side. And yeah, look at that, look at this thing. That is nasty. That's big brain. That is an E Central strategy. I mean, or if you know Christian.
Got the announcers, yeah, E Central or Christian.
I don't know if he made it. Okay, I may have given him too much credit. But Young has been. I don't know if he made the shot or not. But Young has been down. And my goodness, it's just popping off. I mean, Yaga from the window. That's go for Yaga right there, and call out finding space somehow, some way. It just went to crap really quickly.
Yeah, that was some aggression from Young at first, and Doodle just frags back as not Doodle. Yaga frags back, and Doodle tried to trade it out.
Yeah, it's just that's terrible. No way around it. To lose to a Blackbeard that early. Definitely just failed trades, and looks like they're gonna find a third. Oh my goodness! If that was the 800 HP Blackbeard, Yaga wins that. But unfortunately, he has to change his shield, and he's gonna survive though, thankfully. And Melted finding Butters across the map. It's just Kilo, lonely Kilo, and he's got to find an ace. Execration starting the plant, and yeah, I mean, Kilo, just save your KD, man.
Yeah, how much you can do here, really?
Run away.
Plant goes down. Keel's trying to find his way back to site. Melted's in the hallway. Keel's not either make his way through the hallway or make his way through bathroom, but this hallway's gonna be the first part. It's Melted to finish him off. Yes, right there. It's Ape to get a flawless round, at least bring them back in, 2-1, almost one round to tying it up.
Tying up, and that's definitely a better round than it's been. I mean, finally, a round goes Ape's favor in terms of double kills. They get a double kill to start the game. It's just been a game of double kills so far. So, I mean, that's great. And Yaga's, I mean, still sticking that Blackbeard. I mean, I like the pick. I respect it. We also seen the rook coming out from Doodle, and it's looking like the same thing. We saw, yeah, Hookah again. It's going to be same shenanigans on Hookah. And except this time, I'm hoping Execration doesn't get scalped by Doodle on that rook as he tries to go for the quad wall there on Hookah and Billiards. That would not be ideal.
Yeah, we'll see that. The last time Ape had the advantage, they were in a 2v1, but it was Spades who clutches it up and kills both of them in a collateral, also getting a kill before that too, getting a 3K for that round. So again, both rounds have been really some individual theatrics from the side of TLD. Can they win the round off of that and keep doing that reliably?
I mean, that's kind of the question of every Coastline game ever. So I'm hoping.
Coastline's a lot of times individual theatrics.
Who's gonna peek? Who peeks who? I think it's what is it? Swing or be swung?
Swing. Well, that's the current meta apparently. Apparently, the current meta is swing or be swung.
Swabs, and that is full effect on this map. Doodle's gonna probably take that to heart, and he is going to swing on someone. And it looks like Execration, you see in those pre-placed drones for theater. I fully anticipate a 90 clear yet again. Question is, are they gonna be able to get past someone if you know, just dropping the hatch again. I mean, is that going to be a theme of the round again, or are they going to try to entry from different perspectives? Oh my god, is that a double spawn peek on the front door? The Lamborghini doorway, a double spawn peek. I mean, it doesn't seem to find anyone. Spades bobbing and weaving, but no one gets away. They were like high-lowing that guy. There was like one proning and one standing.
Yeah, that was a planned out double peek of the main door, but of course, good thing for Ape, they evade that and they go straight for, you know, penthouse and drop down. Again, Butters playing theater like last time. He was dispatched quite quickly by Ape last time on this defense. Can he get a kill, and can he at least, or maybe survive and go back to site instead? Or we'll see what happens again if he can do either way, because Melton's gonna drop right down. He looks like he's trying to pre-fire, and Spades will go down to Forest. So elsewhere, wasn't even the kill I was thinking about. It was downstairs from the, looks like from the roof on the courtyard.
I mean, that's an angle. That's why people, I mean, if usually when you hear complaints about this map, that skylight, it's just so irritating because you die to stuff like that. Execration almost losing that fight again to duel. Execration is probably petrified, scared for his life here. He's not trying to get destroyed by Doodle off that angle again. Butters going for the early flank. He tried it before against Ape, and it didn't work out for him. Or rather, it worked out for him. It was actually the same interaction. It was Melted versus Butters, just a flank early on. And Young's going to fly out and trade on the Forest, but Young is in no position to do much here as he's on no HP. And I can't imagine Melted loses this one. All he has to do is love tap Young here, or one player just has to repel on Aquarium, which doesn't seem to be happening. Doodle actually finds Melted, so somehow, some way, I think Young's actually going to be able to get out of there.
Yeah, that was a good call from TLD to have someone back up Young and allow him to push back into the bar. So at this point, one player pushing from the hallway to Yaga, but he does make his presence known, firing into Hookah. So I wonder where the rest of Ape's going to make their way. It looks like they started this round pretty well, but TLD from backing off and taking trades and making their way back on the scoreboard. So it's even 3 versus 3 for the moment. Execration trying to find Doodle inside of Billiards. He'll fire off. No shots connected their way. Young still playing behind the bar. Anyway, there could be a grenade. No, there's no grenades, no utility left. It's just some smokes to try and cut him off, but there's not much utility left for the side of Ape to deal with Young below. Or I mean, in behind the bar as Doodle's peeking out from the behind the chassis, bottom chassis. 20 seconds left to go. This is gonna be a rush from Ape at this point. They have not really much to do.
I mean, you're absolutely. There's not a lick of utility they could use here to actually get rid of Young here. He doesn't have to peek. He doesn't have to do anything. Doodle trading, and the 90 push not working from Yaga, and Young, I mean, on 1 HP, still able to find someone here behind this bar, able to survive till the very end, delay that push, and ooh. Absolutely murdering that player in a rappel. I mean, yeah, it was interesting because it's like, I mean, that little 1v1 between Melted and Butters. It's funny because I think the last time these two teams played, it was Butters versus Melted, and Butters just kind of crouch walked up the main stairs of Oregon like really early in the round, and it was like deja vu. He did the same thing there, except it's Coastline. He just crouch walked up against Melted, but Melted said, you know, I watch my VODs. I know Butters
watch my
early.
VODs, true.
I mean, and really, because I mean, that's like, I guess that's a thing of Butters. He's either in quickly or he's flanking quickly. And Melted read that. I mean, that's really good. Melted, actually. But unfortunately, it didn't net him a round win or anything. But it was still really good to see the improvement there. We're going to be going to, I believe, kitchen service again. And we're seeing the same thing, except, did I say Oryx? We were going to see an Oryx before. I was like, you know, why is he shotgunning hatches like that? That would be really cool opportunity for an Oryx. And
well,
I mean, here we are
on the board.
I mean, here we are. I think he's going to go for the same little rotation. He's going to run over there and shotgun the hatches. Except this time he is Oryx.
The last time Doodle was playing, I think Doodle was playing mute on this site, so it's weird to see him bring out Oryx instead. So he's going to play a very different role from before, rather than playing the mute. I'm interested to see how exactly, are the Spades still going to go for that, you know, that very aggressive play on the balcony, though, for VIP and Hall of Fame, though. And Oryx, of course, dealing with there. Doodle takes a bit of damage as he opens up rotations for his team.
It's truly comical to watch him do that, too. I mean, is he going to make the, I mean, good Lord, are they going to just... No, he's gonna pistol it. Okay, I thought he was gonna.
Yeah, he's got the shot.
I thought he was gonna run. I thought he was gonna run in.
Yeah,
I thought he was just gonna run through that. Just be on 80 HP to start. I mean, you know, whatever, right? It's a wild Doodle. I play with a handicap of 80 HP. I don't care.
So we'll see what happens. So last time we had this same site, it was that they got the first pick. It was Forrest who was able to take out Spades. Spades playing very aggressive. and then they try to take upstairs, which led to Spades. Well, Spades dies again. Wow, that was a replay of last time.
Same. I mean, it's a different round, but I mean, in a different window.
Same site, same pick.
I mean, so Spades dead. I mean, it was I think he was alibi last time. He's alibi this time. He's dead. I mean, hey, he's dead early. But I mean, that's okay because Spades usually makes up for it. I think.
Well, it was last time it was Kilo who clutched up the round for them that time. So is Kilo going to do the same thing though? I don't think the Ape's going to let him get that 3K again.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen. I think they're gonna be a little more cautious about how they handle this one. Call it actually nomad. I mean, if someone's roaming up top, they are going to die, and there doesn't seem to be anyone. It looks like they're playing for that Oryx play pretty hard here. And honestly, given them where the nomad was placed, it might be able to be something that the Oryx is able to circumvent, as it wasn't really placed to block luggage. It was only placed to block the white stairs. It's like something you can shoot from the luggage doors. Doodle might be able to get away with that late. This Kilo is taken out from above. That AK is nasty. T5 is nasty too, but not as good as an AK. And Doodle is actually turtling on site, so I don't think he's gonna be able to.
Yeah, the Oryx pick really not working out here because no other hatching can really go up. Because there's not many hatches already. There's like quite a few hatches on Coastline, but most of them can be pretty easily noticeable when you jump up there. And at this point, really, he doesn't have a choice to because he's on site. He's trying to deny that vertical play from below. As Melton's going to work and demolishing the entire ceiling, and it's coming out to be very claustrophobic. And then after the chair, it's Yaga to take out Doodle, playing behind the chair. Dope, great shot from Young to take out Melton, playing that sledge, trying to make that floor holes work in his advantage, but holes work both ways. So at this point, though, it's a 2v4 against TLD. They look good. Butters still on the flank. Talk about Butters on these flanks, and he's trying to make it happen once more, trying to make a play, trying to help his team out, try to clutch this around and keep him in the lead. And he's gonna get someone. He does actually not. He does get call out, but call out does do a lot of damage after seeing him at the end there. So Butters now he'll finish off by execration, get no HP. It's Young now to 1v3. Can he find the last three members as he's being concussed from above? Pushing through his execration, and in the lobby is still Young. So actually, there's a bunch of ones that could still happen because execration only has the above coverage, but that above coverage is enough for Force. He'll get taken out by Ape by Force, and Ape will take round number 5.
Yeah, that's just fortunately. I mean, it's hard to win. I mean, the thing with Spades' style is it works, and it also you live and die by it. Spades is definitely one of those easy tilter to play against. He's always flying out a window. He's always doing something crazy, always near a window in the first minute or something, but he can also just be dead, and just be dead. Like that's just, it goes both ways. Fortunately for Spades, it went the wrong way that round, and ultimately it just kind of spiraled out of control from there. Ape was just able to establish control pretty easily. Oryx was really never able to do much, never able to materialize in anything, and they're going to be trying it yet again. And this time we're going to see Spades on smoke. So I think I can't imagine, unless Spades goes through a smoke spawn peak and throws a smoke into the pool and kills someone with it. I think he's going to play site, going to play more reserve. So that might be the theme here for Last Dance.
Yeah, it should be. I think that aggression does help at times, but they're really just going gung-ho with it. They're really throwing themselves to the wall at times with this aggression. It is
swabs. And Spades knows that if you sit in a corner on this map, it's probably not going to work well for you. But I mean, running around isn't really working for him either. So I guess he said, you know what, I'm going to play smoke, guys. I'm not even going to. Melton's reading me like a book. He's 10 miles away on another rooftop. I'm on Coastline and he's in Consulate. So you know what? I'm just going to sit on site. And you know what? Spades could very well come up huge this round. Who knows? That could be the adjustment. Butters lurking up there in hookah as well. So it looks like they're versatile players. I mean, other players can roam, other players can do things, So it looks like that's what's going to happen.
Well, let's see what happens, though, because this is the last round of this half. So TOD go 4-2. Looking pretty good because usually it's attack who does better on this map. But 3-3 at the half would also be pretty normal as well when it comes to Coastline. Because it's either even or attacker side most of the time. I say that, but these are very, 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 very differences. Let's call up. Look at the first kill on the Butters, though. So Butters looks like he's playing aggression again on this window. This has been the same kind of thing where Butters try to play. He's upstairs by theater, by lights, and this time call out will make the play and take him out early.
It's almost funny to a point where it's like TLD has lost a lot of opening duels in this site almost every time. So it hurts. No matter what they do, Ape's just there. They're ready for it. You can't even just be near a window against Ape. Apparently, they're gonna take man advantage yet again for kitchen service really early on, and it's already vertical pressure being established for the site. Melted actually surviving that C4, and he's not gonna survive another pump. Surely he actually somehow survives that. I don't know what Melted. I don't know what God Melted his brain to, but he's able to survive a shotgun and a C4. Those bars definitely playing in his favor, but it looks like, honestly, Melted could die to... There's two different shotguns looking up at him. I mean, surely he won't get away with this for long. Surely, right?
Both SAS operators with shotguns pointing through, but Yaga's at the doorway with that Blackbeard and the shield, so it's gonna be difficult to peek Yaga if someone tries to win above. Yeah, there it is, a bullet hole. Actually, it's Melted to finish him off. I don't know if there's a Z-ping or what, but it's a bullet hole through the floor to finish off Spades. And Doodle's on the one, last one on site. I think Young's with him. I don't know if Keel's off site, but yeah, there's Keel in the lobby trying to cover for his teammates so they get pushed from bathroom. But it's giving cost focus now to 5v3, and all of this upstairs really demolishing and happening. At this point, Keel's also being affected as they're opening up theater too. The shot comes out, he's trying to find kills, but Doodle's gonna have to run away in the bathroom, and Doodle will get killed with the shotgun actually on execution. So let's come back. Belting goes down to it. Doodle gets another. He's got 2 for the round. He's evened it up, but he's getting shot by Yaga from that main doorway. Of course, the Blackbeard shield is at least powerful enough to take a few shots from SB11 from that distance and not be broken. So at this point, too, it's still looking pretty poor for TLD, but 25 seconds left to go. Ape have to make a play here. Yaga has kind of control of service. He can make his way through, but he doesn't want to make sure that runs into that shotgun. And still, a shot comes another one. He downs. That's the fuser, too, upstairs inside of Penthouse. Doodle takes that one. And no, it's Doodle walks out of the bathroom into Yaga's shots through the wall from service. So Keel's got to make his way back to site. Young's the one on site now. Last 2 players, Ape, have to make a deal with Young before Kilo makes his way back to site. So here it is. Both come through. Young gets Young, and that's actually time. Last Dance will take that round based on time because the diffuser was dropped by Colin on the top floor.
Yeah, I mean, that's just, that's unfortunate because the bomb, the diffuser, the case, whatever you want to call it, was dropped. Call was trying to take a little peek gander into the site to try to find it. I mean, he probably got a call. Doodle was one and was still very much at large under the vertical holes, which it's just unfortunate. He was probably the wrong man for the job there. Yeah, someone else needed to peek into there and take the fight, and then he goes down diffuser. But that adjustment didn't come from Ape, and unfortunately, it kind of cost him that round. And those shotguns aren't usually terribly effective through the floor like that, but there are particular, like, I guess in that instance, in that site, in that little area, it's only like 3 meters from like foot level to like the top of the ceiling. So it's killing range for shotguns, like 1-shot range, as long as you don't get trolled by the bars. So it's just one of those places where a shotgun is absolutely devastating. I mean, it works both ways, right? It's buck shotgun can shoot down and like down people in one hit before like that, but so can the SAS shotgun, and that's pretty much what Doodle just did there. He went for 3, shot his 3, and he nailed it. And now Ape is going to have to contemplate what they need to do next as they're down 4-2 going into their defensive half.
Not looking good here for Ape, because usually we see the attackers do better here on Coastline for the 4. But again, this is a game of more about the teams playing against each other. So maybe both teams are just better at defending here in Coastline rather than attacking. We've seen these teams do crazy things too on Oregon as well. So I would be surprised if maybe they have a better time defending on Coastline for whatever reason. But we'll start off here, of course, on the first side of Kitchen and Service, and already is down, melted.
Wow,
it's the Amaro Butters already.
It's
like he was he already just in the office, just ran right in.
I think he hit the security window, Amaru. That one's nasty. I love that one. And he's gonna find his second. Butters, you madman. He was. I mean, that was also really good drone work. I mean, he was basically on CCTV cameras there. I mean, that is an SSG drone TM. So,
that was insane. To see Butters. Butters has always been that person, just always in the building immediately.
Yeah, Amaru is like the perfect guy for him. It's Spades. Instantly traded by Yaga, but Doodle's just gonna find force elsewhere. That's the smoke gone. So, and it looks like the Last Dance has just sent it. But there's vertical holes still, and there's still very much players vertically. It's gonna be Yaga above and execration in the lobby, but that plant is starting, and there is no such vertical pressure from Yaga, and that plant's gonna go off. And this is just a post plant. This is a don't screw it up moment for the Last Dance. You've got a really lit up Yaga, but that's not a good start if you're the Last Dance. Doodle able to correct that death from Kilo, and now it's just Yaga with I mean, you could breathe at him. You could throw a flashbang at him and kill him. It's Last Dance. Going to take a 3-round lead. And my goodness, just the drone work, the decisiveness from the Last Dance just on another level.
Yeah, that was an insane entry from Butters. Butters running in as a Mar. I don't know if he went through the window or how he got into the building so quickly. He may have went up to maybe to the balcony and jumped through Aqua. Hard to say, but he's already in the place where he ran right into Melted and finished him off. We saw him on the drone on the cam just get blasted within the first 5 seconds of the round, for God's sakes.
That was either he just literally walked to the office door, which I can't imagine. No way Melted just loses that. I have to imagine he had because those security windows are sneaky. I mean, no one expects that one. So I'm assuming it's the security windows. And we're going to be seeing a ying-a-ling-ding from Spades. And to continue the theme of sending it, we're seeing an Amaru, a Doke, and a Ying.
They want to finish this game.
Is there did they deliver a pizza to the TLD house that they're trying to eat before it gets cold? It's possible now. So, I mean, if you didn't know, guys, Doke could be called your phone. It makes you loud, and it makes you easy to kill. Then Ying will throw a candela at you and blind you. And then
why did they play with that voice?
Because, I mean, some people don't know what these operators do, man. These are rare operators. Who in the world sees Ying? I'm just kidding. Ying's seeing a resurgence, actually. Especially with my bands. So it's like, it's if you don't know about the Ying Doke combo, you're about to learn today. Melted's still taking the same fight, actually. I don't know. Maybe Butters hit the security repel. Maybe he just killed him. I don't know. But it looks like he's gonna go to the roof this time, and not into sight or anything like that. No off-palma moments here. Just gonna be a typical 90 clear from the TLD.
Yeah, it's going to be just a slower start than you expect there. Butters looking to maybe it's because Butters get that first kill. Maybe he got that first kill, he would push right into the building, but of course Melted was a wiser man this time. It doesn't fall for Butters' aggression. So at this point, they're taking a slower approach, joining out, figuring where to go. Dude does drop though. He dropped into the bathroom. Nobody playing in theater, nobody playing in Panos at the moment, so he is safe. I don't know if anybody's behind him from TLD, and we'll see if Ape makes the way into Penthouse and VIP. But actually, shots come through. Call out will take a space, but Young with a DMR finishes up execration. But one person's already there. Yaga ready for the refrag, but Dudo's there again, right behind Young to get the refrag onto Yaga. So it's back and forth, 3v3.
I'm very upset that I called that we'd see a Doke Ying execute, and they're both dead in the first minute. Hey, that happens. But you know what? That's kind of one of the cons of those operators is they're really kind of hard to entry with while preserving the utility. That's the one con. It's almost like you're lugging around the utility and not really lugging around your gun. You're playing weirder than you would because you have so much utility on you. And it's hard, but it looks like TLD's. I mean, you don't need those ops to win. They just make it easier, and it's already a devastating looking situation as Butters finds call out. It's just Forrest here and on a smoke. I feel like I've said this 1,000 times this game. Forrest has been last alive on smoke so many times, and it looks like it's gonna be yet again. He's gonna have to find a miracle, and he's not. He's G8'd, and TLD, despite not having their oppressive operators, they're still able to lock out this round pretty easily.
Yeah, it's like I said, calling out the first kill to Spades, but there's quite a few refrags here and there. Both teams having people behind their backs to get those refrags, making it 3v3. But when it comes to the execute, though, apparently TOD had the better hand. They got the kills they needed, leaving 4 as said before into that 1v3.
Glass and Finka.
I'm interested to see if they
okay. This is transformed into what season was it? A Chimera ranked game.
Oh, back when.
Oh my God! It gets worse.
Glass used to be super powerful back then too. Yeah.
What in God's name am I witnessing? A Glass, a Blitz, a Finka, a Doke, and then you add in Butters, who's already notorious for just being in a building, on Amaru. And this is. I'm sorry, Abe, but I think this is gonna be swift deletion. Just kidding. Call out is playing 3D chess. He's playing 5D chess. He's already playing Warden, which honestly counters 3 out of the 5 operators pretty hard. I mean, Doke be smoked. Oh, he doesn't have smokes on Doke be, so excuse me. But if you
frags.
yeah, if you get blitz flashed or anything like that, I mean, call out could just just Danny delete the guy because he's not actually blind because he's Warden. Warden
He's
has
the only person
glasses.
playing Warden though, so still his other team still can get flash and smoke.
You know, Warden buff would be my ideal Warden buff would be for him to be just like the defender Finta or something. Like you basically give everyone glasses. And like the defenders, like they all get modeled. Like whenever Warden,
make it like armor plates. You gotta make it glasses. You put them on the ground. You pick them up.
Yeah, you put the glasses on the ground. Everyone picks them up, and then every defender has like a cool like glasses headgear all of a sudden. Like it's like an actual thing. I mean, I can't imagine you don't go for it with this operator lineup. You could literally send it. But the question is, how do they want to send it? I mean, the call's already coming out. Spades seemingly in the building somewhere. He's already in offices. Yaga is feeling it. And it looks like this is going to be a pinch from both the pool entrance and offices. It's going to get nasty. It's getting nasty quick. It looks like they've actually reconsidered. They called and didn't actually send it there.
Well, there is a person playing the corner here with ADSs, so they can't either just push it with a person in the corner. I think it's a smoke with a shotgun too, so they can't just walk in if you want to. At this point, it really makes them push through. Going for that split makes more sense so they can make sure some of this attention goes elsewhere, and they can actually make this push into mud movement to the Sunrise bar actually work. Looks like there's a raw too, so XK is trying to run out a service entrance to try and push some of this tension off, maybe get some aggression off of TLD on this Spud room. And actually, great shot from Yaga behind the shield. That's like a dude going for a grenade, melted one of the young two. So now there's denying two operators, denying that entry from the side of them, and Butters will find execution though at service entrance. Spade just kind of sneaking his way through courtyard. And there's also coming through. There's Butters coming through kitchen. He sees one, can't get the kill though. Yaga with 2 for the round. He takes out Butters as well. Kilo with a nice grenade in the forest though. So it's 2v3. Can Spades or Kilo turn this around for TLD? C4 goes off. Does a bit of damage to Kilo, but doesn't actually. Dilo goes by Melted and finish up Melted. Spades takes a bit of damage from the C4. And he's trying to wait for maybe a flank or some kind of iteration to get a kill on the person hallway.
They're both cut off right now. They're both in a position. This blitz, that's a tall task for a blitz, by the way. But he's going to be able to ADS Yaga. I don't believe what I'm seeing. The ADS is Yaga, but this is a matchup for the century. It's Warden versus Blitz. Kilo could start the play any second now, but it looks like could Cloud have wormed his way around the blitz? No, Cloud wins the match for the century, but it's going to be Last Dance. That's going to be winning the rematch of a century. Last Dance taking revenge over Ape. Neither of them are going relegations, but Last Dance is going to come out on top, at least for now.
I think did they get second place because of this or no? I can't remember what it was.
It was definitely not gonna be second place. I think it's gonna.
No, I think they're playing for the third, fourth game is what it is now.
Yeah, it's third and fourth against the other. So, yeah, this is where it's gonna all make sense now. Last Dance is gonna play against the winner of Favelas of Oblation, which is the next game after this one. If you didn't know, Stuck Siege. Just one other game after this one, and it's gonna be Favelas versus Oblation, and that's gonna be the third, fourth game. That's going to be played later as well towards the last play day of the season, which is going to be, I believe, the first weekend of November. So we're going to be seeing third and fourth place game there. It's going to be decided, of course, in the next series.
All right, guys.
And
that was a great game, though. That was a fantastic game.
There was no shortage of excitement in that one, even though they're not playing for relegations or anything. It's still
good exciting fun. Still a good siege either way. So next game is going to be, as you said before, Favelas versus Rent Free. That will be Crow and Loaf casting first next. But guys, stay tuned for that in a little bit. We'll be back with that game.
You just disrespected someone. Rent Free's not playing that. They didn't lose.
Oh, fair interview. Yeah, fair interview. I keep forgetting about that.
You just disrespected Rent Free. Like you just made
it seem like
Rent Free lost, bro. Rent Free's not playing today.
Is that why?
Yes, Rent Free ain't playing till the first weekend in November, right? That's gonna be
Rent Free. Sorry,
where all these games happen.
Yeah, sorry.
Favelas Oblation. Rent Free won, man. Put some respect on Filthy's name.
I used to Rent Free for a reason back then. I got confused.
It's all good. Okay, so we're gonna have an interview here. I'm not sure who it's gonna be.
It's Butters. He said Butters. Like, Butters. Again.
Again.
Talk with Butters once more about the outgoings of Last Dance in this game real quick before that match between Rent Free, Favelas and Oblation. Keep saying Baxton.
Yeah,
I don't know why.
All right. Why are you so disrespectful today? Like
I don't know. Apparently today I'm just really bad about that. I'm about to get about that one.
So disrespectful. So
God.
Yeah, it's good for Ape though. Or rather, it's not good for Ape. It's good for TLD that they got revenge against Ape because hey,
yeah.
Ape eliminated them from having a chance They never got to play Beast Coast, even though they beat Beast Coast, the old Beast Coast, last stage, TLD, that is. They didn't get to play them this stage because Ape beat TLD in the opening semi of Group A. So, I mean, that's tough. But, I mean, at least, TLD, like I said, they get that last laugh. Like, hey, screw you guys. We won at the end of the day. You're third in the group, not us. So, I mean, it's a little consolation. We'll see. I mean, let's see what Butters has to say about it. I wonder if he feels
I'm definitely interested to ask him about the that last round.
Yeah, we got to ask him about the operator picks. They went
straight just crazy. Have fun at that point, but it was still interesting.
I mean, hey, that's Coastline, baby. No breacher.
That is Coastline. That's what I'm talking about. Like with being attacker side, because there's so much you can do when it comes to being aggressive on Coastline, and that's the exact reason why we talked about how the fact that they went 4-2 on their half of defense, how like they're looking to win this game. They're looking to win this map.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, that's just. I hope I said it right. Operation Chimera.
Chimera.
I think it's
Chimera.
I don't even know what that means, to be honest. What's a chimera?
A chimera? A chimera apparently is like some kind of like mythical beast that's a mixture of different beasts, if I remember correctly.
Oh, really? That describes all those operators perfectly. Because I'm almost certain there's nothing like Amaru. That is something straight out of a what's the word? Science fiction. Finka. Which I'm pretty sure Finka is an alumni of Chimera. She came out.
Yeah. Finka came out.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, I mean, that was a fun season. That was a great season to play competitively. Let me tell you. You get Finka, you get Lioned. But there was no Lion this game. It was banned. So, I mean, I think that was the only thing stopping that from being totally crazy was Lion being up. But I guess TLD spared us of that when they banned it out. So, all in all, though, a really fun series. I mean, we'll get to this interview here in a second. But yeah, it was a fun series. It's a fun series to see.
That was a great series. It was a great series to watch.
Yeah.
Let's see about it. Watching, I'm watching it back a little bit here now too on the channel. It's like it was just a lot of fun there. It's crazy Coastline.
I mean, that Warden versus I wish we had the replay. The Warden versus.
I'm watching it back on the Twitch channel right now.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's like the Warden versus the Blitz. I was expecting a Blitz to flash him and the Warden to go and just like that would have been cool to see. But I mean, he just kind of got his feet shot off and never got a chance to flash him.
Yeah.
And that's not a banned skin from Blitz. That's just what is that skin?
Is that skin? It's a skin from the pro league one. Remember, like the country one, the country ones for the world championship.
What?
Yeah.
I mean, that skin's nasty. I gotta get one. But yeah, I mean, I think we're gonna have an interview here in a second. I think.
Yeah, should be in a second.
I'm praying.
Right.
Because I see Butters with a snake around his neck.
Wait, what?
I mean, wait till y'all see this one. Yeah, I mean,
snake around his neck.
Yes. This has turned into a snake stream.
We're good to go. Let's get this interview started.
Yo, what's up, dude?
Hello, Butters. Welcome back. Hope you're doing good today. That was a crazy game between you and Abe. You guys played that game a lot different from the first time you played. Was there any preparation for this game at all?
No, we haven't practiced like in a bit. Actually, we did practice. We did like 2 maps or something, but like
because last time we talked. Last time I talked, you guys were kind of
we kind of just did the same thing. We kind of just did the same thing.
Sounds like that's good to hear. You guys just chilling, hanging out, waiting for maybe the next stage at this point, because you guys talked before. You guys stayed together, looking to play the next stage, which is good to hear. Especially that last game of Coastline, though. You guys was there any kind of playing around? Were you guys having fun with it pretty much at that point?
Yeah, I mean, I was just playing Amaru. Like that map sucks. So like, I literally just grabbed a gun and we kind of just like said what we were doing and then just kind of did it. That's it.
Yeah, because that first round, like Melted's playing inside of Office, and next thing you know, he's dead. And we're like, wait, where did Butters come from?
Yeah, just fast entries, like with a good gun, and like that map just sucks, you know?
So did you use Amaru to get into Office, or you just walking through the door?
I just walked through the door. I mean, I didn't use her for her utility at all. That's
what I thought, because Cookies was like, there's no way that Melted just died from Butters walking in the door, right? And I'm like, that looked like he did, but we'll see. We can always ask him in the interview what happened. But still, crazy game for you guys. it's great to hear you guys are getting staying together. Definitely interested to know that, like, so for the next match, are you going to pair it all, though? Because the next match is for 3rd and 4th.
No, I think we kind of just like screwed ourselves the first time we played Ape, and we played their game. So like, if we just like do what we're doing right now and just keep playing our game, like we don't really need to like prep for anything, you know.
That was pretty good because
in my opinion,
so far.
In my opinion, X is like X should be on that team. Like
when X-Creation played pretty well today, actually.
Yeah, I think he's a good player. So like, I think he would help them out. Like they're really good, obviously, but I think he should be a player.
Hey, shout out to X-Creation. You played well today. Fantastic to see from you to Last Dance. Anything you want to say to your supporters before we leave?
Thank you guys for supporting. I mean, we're not really doing much right now, but I mean, we're gonna keep playing until something happens. So
hey, until something happens. That's the good thing to hear. We'll see you next time, Butters, on the 3rd and 4th game in a couple weeks. So have a great game and congratulations once again.
Thank you.
Well,
you shot the X-Creation. He stayed the team. Apparently.
Yeah, I mean, he said it perfectly. X is a good player. I don't know what the story is with Freak, but I mean, X-Creation could definitely be a good player going forward for them. And now we look into the bracket here for Group A. Of course, TLD is going to be taking 3rd place, or rather 2nd place. Ape is going to be taking 3rd place, and Beast Coast, of course, advancing to that final against Rent Free. So that's pretty much
the first
base summed up. Yeah, I mean, that's Group A summed up. TLD got their revenge. They got the last laugh, and yeah, we'll see y'all for Oblation versus Favels, which is also a rematch from earlier this season. So that's going to be fun. Stick around for that one.
Yep. To be Crow and Loafcast and that. We'll see you guys later. Stay tuned.